obviously one of the things that's a concern, miscommunications on defense. Greg Newsome talked a little bit about that. He was involved in one of them. Here's Greg Newsome today from those miscommunications and getting them corrected.
That's just simple communication. If you've seen a route, like that's something we work on every day at practice. And, just seeing what time it was in the game, what they needed, I'm just going to stay on top of the route, and, that'll be canceled. So we'll definitely get that corrected. That's an easy fix.
We see communication breakdowns in the secondary all the time across the league. It's not just like a you guys thing. But why do you think that is such a tough aspect of playing defense just universally? Making sure that those breakdowns don't happen. Why is it so tough?
Because I feel like a miscommunication on offense. Maybe the lineman goes the wrong way. Okay, it's a sack. You still got the ball back. You miscommunicate, especially in the secondary. As you can see, that's a touchdown. So it's something that you literally can be doing great the whole entire game, as we were. I felt like, and one play can change the game. And luckily, we have a great kicker that can bail us out. So we'll definitely get that corrected, though.
And Quincy, that's a really valid point. And I know you looked at both of the communication issues. So the two big plays accounted for pretty much half of their yardage. Let's take a look at them. There was the long play on the tight end, and this is the one that goes to the tight end, Ian Thomas.
Yeah, so this is what Ian Thomas is going to be up the seam here, and then you just see right here they kind of just get caught in the gap of where JOK setting early in that defense, and then where John Johnson's supposed to be. But also notice, if we go back to the beginning of this, if we're able to, you'll see Denzel Ward's running off the field late, and this is something Tyvis Powell had pointed out, so shout out to him. But Denzel Ward's running on the field late. You see him run on there, right? And one of them, they're trying to communicate. Somebody has to carry, and they both end up in the same spot, which is why they're so out of alignment there. So that's just unfortunate, right? Like, that's not even like you were set and made a bad play. That's just, something went wrong, right, in the operations. So that one, I don't think that's that big of a deal, right? That's not like we didn't know what to do in this situation, so we kind of busted the coverage. That was more of a, who's supposed to be where, right? Because somebody got on the field late, which happens all the time in football.
So the other one is the one that Baker kind of scrambles a little bit, and then they find Robbie Anderson. Here's this one.
Yeah, this is one. If you look where John Johnson is, and it's unfortunate that we're like, since he plays safety, he's going to be around to play a lot. But John tries to go for the kill here, in my opinion. Where if you look at where he attacks, he's right there, and then he decides he's going to crash down in his out route and kind of abandon his spot. And I think Greg thought he was supposed to kind of be in that same spot too, because of the depth of the route. And then I think it was DJ Moore's route, and then both of them kind of stayed in that area. Greg kind of hesitated, and then once you hesitate with the dude like Robbie Anderson, he's going to beat you over top, right? Especially Greg's not the fastest guy in the world. His recovery speed's pretty good. So once you put yourself in that situation, you just blew the coverage. Nobody's over top. 3 points. It can't happen. Have to figure out what the communication breakdown was, what specifically broke down the communication there. Was it the depth of the route? Do they need to figure out different rules for that specific situation? But again, these things are correctable. I would rather have that, even though it's very frustrating to watch at the beginning of the season happen, than like if Robbie Anderson just took him off the line one-on-one and Greg wasn't good enough to keep up with a dude like that, right? So, again, not great. Want those things to be corrected, but these are very correctable things. And we're talking about legitimately, when you watch the tape, 3 or 4 mistakes all game.
Yeah,
it's just unfortunate that they took advantage of 2 of them.
Well, and I think Greg Newsome kind of hit on what I was thinking. It's like, man, they weren't doing anything until they hit that play, and you just don't. That's not the time to go for the kill shot, because they were on the ground. They were already on the. They were going to put themselves out of their misery.
It's like baseball. They were pitching the perfect game, and they gave up 3 home runs.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just 3 bad pitches was really all that it took to make it look not as good. But you were literally pitching a perfect game before that, and so to a point after that, like for the last 3 plays of the game, defensively at least. So yeah, it's unfortunate. You have those breakdowns, and then it kind of like gives them momentum and makes them feel like, hey, now we can compete with them, because they were out of it up until that point. Like you could tell they were going out lethargic. They were ready to, roll over. But that's why you got to be sound. You can't get lazy or get greedy in zone. So it's a learning point for them. And it's the beginning of the season too. Sometimes it just happens.